Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot, and welcome from George as well. I'm just getting myself comfortable. This is your weekly reading. It is for Gemini Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because that gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. So George is like, yeah. So Gemini, we're just coming off a full moon in Taurus on the 19th. This is where things can change suddenly. There can be unexpected change. There can be resets. So the eclipse energy is interesting, and we're coming off the back of that and moving into Sagittarius season, which should be a good energy for you guys. And this is affecting you in the area of your work, your routines, your daily routines and your health, but also in areas to do with deep spiritual transformation and things to do with your subconscious patternings, and things that are kind of hidden and deep down. So it's kind of an interesting energy because you might actually feel a little bit quieter. There might be things going on in terms of your work and your daily routines, but there might be something else going on behind the scenes that you're not necessarily sharing with everybody. So let's see. We've got the Queen of Swords. This is a Libra energy, fellow air sign coming in. The Queen of Wands. We've got lots of queens so far, and the Eight of Wands. So, and at the base, the Seven of Cups, which I think is a very Gemini-ish energy. I actually want to swap these over like this. Okay, so this is where you might be shifting and pivoting and changing direction with something. And this is where your mind is being very, very clear. And then it's like, okay, time to make that change. I know what it is that I want. So you're kind of just going, boom, shift. So change. Plans might change, routines might change, just the direction that you're going in is definitely going to change. I feel like there's no fear around doing this. This is actually something that, like you said, is connecting into what you want. So it's very focused, it's very directional, and it's very much like I'm taking this opportunity. This door is open, I'm walking straight through it. So it's actually a really, really positive energy here. And I feel like there's this sense of inner intention that's occurring here with these two queens. You know, it's mind and heart together, walking through that door together, going, I feel good about this. This is the right direction for me. So that feels really good. And this is where we've also got the Seven of Cups, which is the energy of lots of things on offer. There's lots of options. There's lots of choices. There's a sense of, yes, I do feel like I keep being shown a door and you're walking through this door, but when you get to the other side of that, it's like, okay, now I'm in Wonderland. Now I'm like, okay, what to choose? They're actually showing me not Wonderland. That's the wrong thing. What they're showing me is Willy Wonka, like the chocolate factory. You know, when you get in and like everything you can eat, like even the trees and the plants and the flowers. And it's just like this menagerie of like wonder, of like, oh my gosh, where to look next? Like, where do I want to go? So there's this lovely sense of wonder, excitement. The thing with the Seven of Cups is that you don't want to lose too much focus. It's like allow yourself to be in that space, but remember you've got this Eight of Wands here, which is something's really wanting you to focus in a particular direction. Otherwise, if you lose the focus with this Seven of Cups energy, that's all that energy that's directed into that will get lost and dispersed. So that's why it's like a kid in a candy shop kind of energy, but it is... There will be a moment where you have to refocus and go, okay, what am I actually here for? What's my purpose? What's my aim? So, yeah, I feel like there's a sense of that, assessing that. Hope is the conduit for miracles. Beautiful. I love it when this card comes in, because it is saying that there is a possibility for something really amazing to happen. It's opening you up to that miracle energy, which is a very high vibrational energy. And I feel like you're in the right space with this. So, yeah, it's kind of saying anything could happen with this. It's quite extraordinary. But, yeah, interesting. So I feel like, yeah, it's like you're open to this opportunity that's here. There's this very warm energy around you, a warm person that is showing you the door and saying, walk through this. But your head's got to be okay with it, which I feel like it is. Let's see. We've got quite a few have come out here. You've got listen. So, yep, definitely there's going to be lots of information coming at you. So that's it. It's kind of like you've got to process a lot of that. Balance, career and home life. Okay, so that's coming in really importantly. Yoga, that can be great for some of you. Just move that energy through your body. And if you're not into doing yoga, it can be any kind of exercise. It's talking about connecting into physical activity. That it can be walking, it doesn't have to be anything particularly strenuous. It can be stretching, but it just allows you to connect into the cells of your body and allow that that energy to flow through. It could be money as well, and priorities. We kind of talked about that. Not to get too distracted, to prioritize where your energy is going, to focus. And so these are some things that can really help you work that out. And with your balancing home and career life, it's like, what are the priorities here? And really sitting down and kind of, assessing that. So that feels important to come through here because, your daily routines, your work life, it feels like, it doesn't feel like a major overhaul, but it just feels like on a deeper level, yes, there's something going on. But in terms of just the changes that are making, they might just be small things, but they're going to make a big difference. So let's look at the animal energy that you are working with. Interesting. So we've got little Froggy. I love Froggy when he comes out. It's a water energy, that downward pointing triangle. And it's really saying, look at what it is that you need. The frog needs that rain to survive. So yes, what is it that you actually really, really need in this situation to make it feel like you're not just surviving? It's not just sprinkling, but it's pouring down upon you. You're getting everything that you need and thriving, not just surviving. So I feel like with little Froggy, there's a lot of healing around that. And that's where it can be going back to those subconscious or hidden patterns in your life or belief systems, or something quieter going on in the background here. And this could be related to something going on inside your home as well, like just being in a home space and working a lot of things out. But I do feel like it's wanting you to thrive, not survive, and thrive even more if you are feeling like you're already thriving. So let's pull a fairy card. The fairies have come back out to play of late. They are like, we want to talk. Oh, okay. Let's not talk that much and spill everywhere. What have we got here? Okay, Iris of the Rainbows. This is a beautiful energy, and this is connected to that hope. Hope is the conduit. It brings hope, and it also has messages of hope coming. So that's actually a really important energy to be open to that. And some of it may feel very intangible, but it is still just open to the idea of it. And we've also got the Singer of Healing and Laced Moon's Daughter. Beautiful. So this is where you're kind of connecting in. There's a lot of healing around that pure wild spirit of yours, where there's something that has been, I'm getting the words untamed. Something untamed is being healed or unleashed here, which is actually a good thing. So I do feel like there's a lot of physical healing that comes on here, but it is a sense of honouring that side of you. I'm just looking at this to see if there's anything that's coming through around this. Yeah, it's freeing yourself. I just keep getting freeing yourself. Let your spirit be free. So this is part of what you're considering when you're looking at like some of your daily routines or your home work life, or however the balance of where your energies are being put at this moment in time. I feel like there's something that kind of maybe you haven't given yourself permission to do, is asking you to free yourself of that, of the bind of saying no when it's something is calling you that feels a little bit like, okay, this feels a bit I don't know, for whatever reason, it feels a bit like I shouldn't be doing this, or it feels a bit too naughty or too fun. And it's kind of wanting you to connect to that energy more. So, Gemini, to get out of a heavier energy, to give yourself, permission to do that. So not it still needs the balance. What they're showing is something's been out of balance. So it's not in a totally indulgent way, I'm just going to go mad and go down this path. It's very much like you need a little bit of that still. Like it's like, we still need that in the mixing pot. Otherwise, life can get very dull, ho-hum. It can feel a bit downtrodden. It can feel like, okay, I'm just going through the motions. It just needs to get that kind of exhilaration or spark or thrill back. So it's kind of getting just a little dose of that. That's what I'm being shown, a little dose of something that's just kind of fun. Yeah. We have, what is this? It is a shell. It's a beautiful shell. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Wow. Okay, so I'll just make sure I'm getting the right idea of what it actually is, but I'm seeing it as a shell. I guess it could also be seen as a tail, like I'm kind of getting a beaver tail as well. I'm kind of, I know it probably is a shell, Gemini, but what I'm getting intuitively is a beaver tail. And I kind of feel like someone's just pulled something off, and it's like you're just seeing the tail end of something. So someone's been very, very, very fast or quick about this. Or it may be that you are quite literally like just at the tail end of something and about to step into something new here, because the Queen of Swords, interestingly, we're talking about permission. There's something inside your mind, a thought that gives you permission to move ahead, to have the go ahead. So, yeah, I just keep being shown this image of a beaver that is not there anymore, like one of those cartoony kind of beavers that is just kind of exited the building and all you can see is the flash of the tail. And sometimes it's that thing that they move so fast that a little part of their body's still left behind and then it's about to catch up. So I do feel like there's a sense that something has moved, something has exited, and there's just a tiny little bit of it left. But it feels like, there's something kind of really clever and magical about this beaver energy that I'm getting for you, Gemini. This might make sense to some of you because I'm trying to make sense of it myself, because I'm like, I've never been given this before. And I'm like, what do you mean by this? So just saying something has left the building and something has moved out really fast. Something has moved on really fast in your life. Quick. It happened quickly. Doesn't feel like a bad thing, but just feels like, okay, yeah. And then that happened. So yeah, that's a bit intriguing, Gemini, I have to say. That charm. Very, very intriguing. It actually feels good. There's no sense of like someone was getting away with something. There was no sense of malice. There's no sense of anger. It's just a sense of boom, out. It's gone. So, yeah, that's it. That might make more, like I said, that might make more sense. I'm not getting anything else with this, Gemini. So maybe it's one of those things that if you wait, it will make more sense. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like looking at how you might be looking at routines and balancing home and career life, I feel like you could very easily like move something quite quickly and it wouldn't be a problem. And it's gone before you even notice it. So, yeah, that's it. That's your reading. Thanks so much for joining me, Gemini. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. See if the beaver thing makes any sense. Some of you may see, well, obviously I think it is a shell. Some of you might be getting connections around a shell. So that's also really good. You might get your own intuitive message around that. And I'm just not being given it right at this minute, and I can only give what I'm being given. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, because that lets YouTube know you support the channel and is a way of helping the channel grow. So take care, Gemini, and I look forward to seeing you next time.